The perils of power. 3 traps to avoid and how to lead effectively. As your power grows, it changes your perceptions, judgments, and behaviors. Power doesn't just change you, it also changes those around you. When you gain power, you become a magnet for others' expectations and projections. Here are 3 common power traps to avoid and how to counter them. 1. The savior trap. Resisting the urge to fix everything. When you're recognized as someone with power, it's easy to fall into the trap of constantly offering advice, believing you have all the helpful answers. This leads to people viewing you as the savior for challenges and undermines the abilities of your team. Signs of this trap include trying to solve everyone's problems, micromanaging projects or products, and making unsolicited suggestions that fall outside your scope. Getting caught up in other people's problems makes you overconfident in your own abilities. This leads you to miss input from others, limiting their ability to contribute or develop. At the same time, it also makes others feel dependent or less responsible. Therefore, to avoid this trap, make it a habit to ask a question before offering an answer. When a capable but cautious person is facing a task, actively listen to their concerns and support them in solving the problem. This supportive action has a positive impact on employee motivation and development, while also helping you avoid the role of the savior. 2. The complacency trap. Staying curious and challenging assumptions. In contrast to the savior trap, the complacency trap diminishes curiosity. Because you think you know everything, you ask fewer questions about the issue. You assume you understand the problem and don't ask for anything more. You view silence as agreement and assume agreement is consensus rather than compliance. Falling into this trap means you're missing out on discovering the truth. You haven't asked, "Am I missing anything?" When someone comes to you for help, you give them the answer instead of asking, "What have you tried?" or "What do you think the problem is?" Complacency causes you to miss out on the information and data needed to make sound decisions. You also don't help your team members become critical thinkers and solve problems independently. By using the 5 whys technique in discussions, you can combat complacency. When someone asks a question or presents a problem, ask why until you reach the root cause or deeper issue. Complacency can be a symptom of distraction, the result of multitasking and lack of attention. Turn off your phone when you're talking to someone. If you're in a meeting, close your devices and ask questions. This will enhance your presence and curiosity, and it shows that what others say and have to offer is important. 3. The friend trap. Balancing authority and connection. The friend trap operates like being a peer to you, when they are not. These leaders rely too much on their personal power and ignore their positional power, aiming to be liked and minimizing their power imprint. You might notice this when someone is promoted and thrust into a position of managing their former peers. The new leader may struggle to hold people accountable or make decisions. When leaders fail to exert their positional power, those around them become unsure of what's expected of them, which reduces their ability to focus and execute. Additionally, failing to fulfill the requirements of your authority leaves a void that's often filled by the most powerful person on your team, not necessarily the most capable, leading to tension and conflict. To overcome the friend trap of power and exercise your positional authority, keep in mind the reasons why you were promoted. It's highly likely that you possess the skills to fulfill the obligations of your role. Make a list of all your strengths and how you can leverage them for your role. When your personal power is downplayed, it's easy to use them randomly instead of intentionally. Any strength, even friendliness, can become a weakness if overused. Clearly define new relationships and responsibilities with your team. Consider using a decision-making framework for specific projects. These deliberate discussions eliminate doubt and confusion about how you will use your new positional power. The takeaway: power with responsibility. Power, in itself, isn't good or bad. It's how you use your power that matters. By being aware of these common traps, the savior, complacency, and friend traps, you can avoid the pitfalls that often accompany increased influence. Remember, don't try to be the hero. Empower others to solve their own problems. Stay curious. Never stop asking questions and challenging your own assumptions. Embrace your authority. Use your positional power responsibly to provide direction, set expectations, and hold people accountable. Develop others, help others grow, giving them space to shine. True power comes from using your influence to empower others, foster collaboration, and create a positive impact. It's about leading with integrity, humility, and a genuine desire to serve those you lead. By avoiding these common power traps and embracing responsible leadership, you can create a more effective, engaged, and ultimately successful team and organization.